Alright, now what story was it? Rumpelstiltskin?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what you should do? You should like start off by like grabbing this book, because you can remove it, and then just like going into reading the story.
You know what? Fine. I will entertain this RP, so... Oh, my poor decrepit bones.
You should have a cane.
Young ones, just sit there with your youth and your good knees and make your pop fucking get the book. That's fine.
Of course, what else would we do?
Not like how to... I was one... Yeah. Oh, these decrepit bones. I gotta go. Alright. Rumpelstiltskin, which I will refer him to as Rumpled Foreskin from this point forward. But there was once a miller who was poor, but he had one beautiful daughter. It happened one day that he came to speak with the king and to give himself consequence. He told him that he had a daughter who could spin gold out of yarn, or straw, sorry. The king said to the miller, "That is an art that pleases me well. If your daughter is as clever as you say, bring her to my castle tomorrow, that I may put her to the proof." God damn. Well, who talks like this? But anyway, when the girl was brought to him, he led her into a room that was quite full of straw, and gave her a wheel and spindle, and said, now set to work, and if by early morning you have not spun this straw to gold, you shall die. And he shut the door himself and left her there alone. And so the poor miller's daughter was left there sitting and could not think what to do for her life. She had no notion how to set to work to spin gold from straw, and her distress grew so great that she began to weep. Then all at once the door opened, and in came a little man who said, "Good evening, Miller." Miller's daughter, "Why are you crying?" "Oh," answered the girl, I have to go to spin gold out of straw, and I don't understand the business." And then the man said, "What will you give me if I spin it for you?" The girl replied with, "My necklace." The little man took the necklace, seated himself before the wheel, and whir, the 3 times round, and the bobbin was full. Then he took up another, and whir, 3 times round, and that was full. And so he went to the what? Hang on. And so he went on till morning.
Right now.
Shut up! Shut the
right in front of us.
Shut the fuck up,
That's
you little
fine.
fucking creasy!
All right.
Hey!
Sorry.
Your parents came out of my balls, you faggots. Now you listen to this story, or I'll break your ankles. You understand?
Yes.
Now where was I? And so he went on till the morning. Then all the straw had been spun, and all the bobbins were full of gold. At sunrise came the king, and when he saw the gold, he was astonished and very much rejoiced. For he was very he had the miller's daughter taken into another room filled with straw, much bigger than the last, and told her that as she valued her life, she must spin it all in one night. The girl did not know what to do. She began to cry, and the door opened. And the little man appeared and said, "What will you give me if I spin all this straw into gold?" "The ring from my finger," answered the girl. So, the little man took the ring and began again to send the wheel whirling around. Hey!
What? Did you get my text?
Shut
What is it?
the fuck up! Hey! Both of you.
I think you forgot his bills.
Hey!
It's fine.
Hey!
I'll slip him in his
Shut the fuck up!
Okay.
Story time.
What? Yep.
I'm gonna ground you next time you fucking speak up. Understand?
Yep, yes, sir, yep, I'm sorry.
Alright. You don't want to see how we did it back in my day, boy. We didn't use a belt. Oh, no. We used a lot more than just a belt. Well, I got hit with pretty much just about anything. Yeah, but anyway, back to the story. Where was I? And began again to send the rider next door. The king was rejoiced beyond measure at the sight, but as he could never have enough gold, he had the miller's daughter taken into a still large room full of straw, and said, "This too must be spun in one night, and if you accomplish it, you shall be me wife." You shall be me wife, boy. Sponge boy me Bob, be me wife. But anyway, for he thought, although she is but a miller's daughter, I am not likely to find anyone richer in the whole world. As soon as the girl was left alone, the little man appeared for the third time and said, "What will you give me if I spin the straw for you this time?" "I have nothing left to give," answered the girl.
Oh, sorry, my phone was going off, sorry. Continue.
Johnny's. Oh, you gotta run. He's coming for you.
Now you gonna listen? Now you gonna listen? You understand? You understand the severity of your tongue?
I'm sorry.
You understand about consequences?
I'm sorry.
You understand?
Alright.
I'm gonna walk that ass. You put your phone on fucking silent, you understand?
Alright.
I told you how to beat your ass with my belt. I told you. Next time it's something harder, understand?
Alright.
You want me to do one more?
No.
Johnny's, are you okay?
No.
Just one more?
No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine, man. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you good? I'm gonna listen to the story.
Yeah, what was the story?
Alright, sorry, I'm back. Where was I? I just had to give a good old grandson a good old 1-2, that's all. No child abuse or anything. Jesus, I need a smoke.
That's why I locked my door.
I can't lock my door.
Oh, why did I agree to watch the grandkids all evening? You guys have hobbies. But anyway, here we go with Rumple Foreskin. Could not find one richer. As soon as the girl was left alone, the little man appeared and said, "What do you offer? What will you give me? Blah, blah, blah." "I have nothing left to give," answered the girl. "Then you must promise me the first child you have." Oh, this is Rumpelstiltskin talking. Oh, plot twist. "Then you must promise me the first child you have before you are queen," said the little man. "Well, who knows whether that will happen," thought the girl. But as she did not know what else to do in her necessity, she promised the little man that he desired, upon which he began to spin until all the straw was gold, and when in the begin spin until all the straw was gold. I was trying to keep up.
Good job.
And when in the morning, oh fuck, can I pause for a second and just tell you that this is like the moment where you get called on to read in the middle of class? and you don't want to read,
not
like, you
reading
know,
this.
you're just a terrible reader. But anyway, here we go. Morning, the king came and found all done according to his wish. He caused the wedding to be held at once. The miller's pretty daughter became a queen. In a year's time, she brought a fine child into the world and thought no more of the little man. But one day he came suddenly into her room and said, "Now give me what you promised me." The queen was terrified greatly, and offered the little man all the riches of the kingdom if he would only leave the child. But the little man said, "No! I would rather have something living than all the treasures in the world." Then the queen began to lament and to weep. So the little man had pitied upon her. "I will give you 3 days," said he, "and if at the end of that time you cannot tell me my name, you must give me the child." Then the queen spent the whole night in thinking over all the names that she had ever heard, and sent a messenger through the lands to ask far and wide for all the names that could be found. And when the little man came next day, beginning with Casper, Balgazer, she repeated all she knew and went through the whole list. But after each, the little man said, "That is not my name, bitch." The second day, the queen sent to inquire of all the neighbors that the servants were called, and told the little man all the most unusual and singular names, saying, "Perhaps you are roast ribs, or sheepshanks, and spindlehanks. Yeah, that word. But but he answered nothing but, "That is not my name, bitch." In the third day, the messenger came back again and said, "I have not been able to find a single name. Nothing new. But as I passed through the woods, I came to a high hill, and near it was a little house. And before the house burned a fire, and around the fire danced a comical little man, and he hopped on one leg and cried, 'Today do I bake, tomorrow I brew, the day after the queen's child comes in, and oh, I'm glad that nobody knew that my name is Rumple Foreskin.'" That's where he fucked up. And you cannot think how pleased the queen was to hear that name, and soon afterwards the little man walked in and said, "Now, Miss Queen, what is my name?" She said at first, "Are you called Jack?" "No," he answered. "Are you called Harry?" And he said, "No." And then she said, "Then perhaps your name is Rumpled Foreskin." "And the devil told you that! The devil told you that!" cried the little man, and in his anger he stamped with his right foot so hard that it went into the ground above his knee. And then he seized his left foot and then both his hands in such a fury that he split in two. God damn! And there was an end of him. That's the end?
What?
That's the end?
So he broke he stomped on the floor.
This is a story for grandchildren.
So he stomped the floor so hard that he fell through the floor and split himself in half.
It says here he stomped his right foot so hard that it went into the ground above his knee, and then he seized his left foot with both his hands in such a fury that he split in two. And that was the end of him. That it just ends with, and that was the end of him.
I don't think this is a good story for kids.
God damn.
Sarah, I think we should leave. Just,
I'm gonna. Bye.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
fun, Grandpa.
All right,
Bye,
all right.
bye,
Come
Grandpa.
on back next. Come on back next
just
week
put
for
the book
another
back
story
right here.
time.
Yeah,
all right.
Put the book back. Yep.
All right. Oh, crippling old bones. Goodbye, grandchildren.
Yeah, we're not coming back, but okay, bye.
Yeah. Great. Now that they're gone, it's only you and me. Yeah.
Wait, I hear some. Hold on. I left my
What
phone.
is-
I left my phone. What? Grandpa, what do you do?
Shut the fuck up or shut the fuck out. Oh, jeez.
He's touching the axolotl.
What you doing with the axolotl?
And thank you for coming to story time, you little shitlins. That's all I got for you today. Come back next week.
Okay.
Faggot.